You're all gathered here today to witness the exploration of this abandoned Presbyterian church. Doors have been locked for a long time. A lot of good memories here. A lot of decay. And a story is waiting to be told. What's to come of this place? What's the future? Well, you're in the right place. Continue watching to find out. It's like Slender Man. So this door here is going to bring us down to a sub-basement. Holy cow, these are huge. Toddler room is now X-rated. Not YouTube friendly by any means. Welcome back to an abandoned location I filmed for the very first time over 6 years ago. Back then, it was an abandoned state of condition. Homeless people were living here, doors were open, lots of contents inside. 6 years later, it's still in an abandoned state of condition, but it's been sealed up, privately owned now, contents still inside, but now I have permission to be here. Also joining me today is my exploring partner, none other than Lil. We're teaming up once again to tackle this massive, massive place. And things have changed, and not for the good. And we'll get to that a little bit later. What I can briefly tell you though, is that this was built in the roughly 1890s. It was a Presbyterian church. Last service was over 35 years ago. And in its most recent use, it was used as a location for a rummage sale, which is going to explain why all these contents are inside the main room here and also other parts of this building as well. On my first visit here too, it was also very evident that people were living here. We came across multiple makeshift bedrooms. And also at that time, you were able to walk right in this place. Since that time though, it's been boarded up, locked up, and it's secure. We should be the only people inside here. So with that being said, if you want to get an updated look at this massive abandoned church, all you need to do is come along with us. This is along a busy roadway, so you're going to hear a lot of traffic throughout the video. And as far as smells go, it's not pleasant, but it's not horrible. But there is definitely some rot and decay. And we've seen some evidence so far where technically we could fall through the floor into the basement. This center aisle appears to be pretty good. But once we get over there, I'll show you how bad it is, including also the main stairwell, which we couldn't use to get up here. We had to actually find a back stairwell because it was just rotted out. And we don't really want to fall through a floor. I've done that before. It is not a fun experience.
Oh shit!
I also learned a few more things that are going to help us understand what was going on here, more than just the church. And this is pretty much the main entry. Remember that big planter right there? That board behind it would have had like the, I don't know if it's like the list, the schedule for the month or activities or events. And what I'm stepping on is a massive pile of bird excrement with snow white, most likely pigeons. And if you guys remember, I had a nasty encounter with a pigeon at an abandoned hospital. Jesus Christ. Oh! Shit. Anybody ever have this? Disney Babies, I Can Count. It's a plush book, soft. You can see the old candlestick holders. And lots of decay here. You can see this was plaster and lath. And this is where some damage is happening and causing the floor to become structurally not intact. As you can see right there, I'm going to try to zoom in for you. This is sinking in and basically is looking right down into the basement. So if I was to step right where that blanket is, there's a good chance I would fall through. It's unfortunate because last time here, this place was in much better condition. Oh yeah, I'm starting to crunch right now, and yeah, I don't want to go any further. Pretty sure the entire floor is going to have to be redone, and some of the pews are in really good condition. Others, well, as you can see, not so much. Looks like we got a easy bake oven. Easy to do. Oh no, that's a fashion machine. Make your own jewelry. And we remembered, we have toys, we have Christmas, which means it's officially abandoned. Military vehicle, and we found a Hershey's Kiss. Probably came from Hershey Park itself. Honestly, with the amount of contents here, you could spend all day going through them, which looks like some people have. I was telling Lil, my first visit here, this aisle was for the most part completely clear. And you could tell people have just been rummaging through, hence a rummage sale. But after the video came out, when it was still open, both homeless and other explorers have been here and basically tore this place apart as far as contents go. As of right now, still not seen any graffiti or intentional vandalism, which is fantastic. I think most of what we're going to see, like including right there, is natural decay. But I'm still in awe of this place. It is spectacular.
I like the wood.
Yeah, the woodwork is really, really nice. No electricity here, we can't light it up, but we got natural daylight. Stained glass really pops with the sunlight, and we do have flashlights for the darker areas. So they'll ask me, what are these things in this case? I'm like, they're 8-tracks. And what are those? Well, I said, this is the early days of cassette tapes. This is what cars and homes used to have. I think this is probably 60s and 70s, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a case of them right here. And we did see the 8-track player, at least one of them, laying in one of the pews over there. So a lot of vintage stuff left behind. And also observation that Lil made is all the suitcases here. Filing cabinets, lots of clothes. It's almost like a thrift store or Salvation Army type setup. And I wouldn't doubt it that that's what they were doing here. A lot of people come here, make an offer on something and help get rid of it. Is he even are these pews up here, Lil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was much longer.
And there's also a little upstairs rooms we have yet to get to. It's a massive, massive building. There's a whole back area behind here. There's a whole basement beneath us. So it's going to be, I'm going to try to keep this video short as possible, but there is a lot to see. So I don't want to cut out too much. So we're just going to focus on some of the highlights, give you a couple quick glimpses here and there, and a lot of random babies. Oh, this one has the creepy eyes that move.
Yeah, put it back down. Look, it's inside.
Lil's hearing noises. What's that? I'm like, it's outside.
It's not outside.
I remember from last time too, this organ here, which is sunken into the floor, as it has the, I guess you could call them pedals down there. They would play both with their feet and their hands. up in the front area now, and there's doors on each side which say don't open these doors, go around. But it's already open, so we're gonna head down here, investigate a little bit, and there's
goat pellets.
Yeah, there is goat pellets.
Oh, look at the cabinet right here.
Oh, it's all steins or mugs.
I'm scared. Stairs are there.
Stairs are okay. Austria. It's like some German stuff.
I think those are cool.
Even plates. St. Peter's Church.
There's a lot of broken plates outside.
And then look at the old fuse panel. It says for church service 1 through 10 and dimmer. For organ practice 6, 9, and 10. But we know the power's turned off here, but massive fuse panel. All the screw and bus fuses. Now here's another main entryway, which is, well, seen better days. Floor is rotted there, and the floor is actually rotted. Well, the steps are rotted right there. We were going to try to come up there, we couldn't. I'll show you what it looks like underneath once we get down to the basement, but I think we could proceed upwards from here a little bit later, but there is something over here I want to show you. Just have to precariously... Actually, no, I can't get there this way. This floor is rotted. I'll fall through if I go any further. There's holes everywhere. Here's what I'm calling like the rotunda. It's a round room, which you can see from the outside. This was a makeshift bedroom. A few mattresses in here. And it's more or less like a library now. Stephen King books, tons and tons of magazines, which are all heavily faded. Most of it's home today and like flight stuff, aviation. It is sad seeing the state of decay here, but it's not surprising knowing that moisture is getting in here and there's no HVAC systems running. Nothing's been done for over 3 decades, as far as we know. Coming off of there is another room here, which is resembling like an office. Random furniture in here, desks, printers, more and more books. I'm not sure if the church was collecting these things or if whoever was responsible for the rummage sales were collecting, or how a lot of this stuff came to be, because these are in, I guess you say, non-public areas. Yeah, it almost looks like this is set up to work here. Box fan in the window. And, oh, look at what someone drew there. It's like Slender Man. Little Betty Crocker race car here. More books. Hotel directory. Wait, why is the phone ringing? I thought there's no power here. Hello? No, there's no mass. This church has been closed for 3 decades. Yeah, try the one down the street. You're welcome. Bye. They were calling to see if there was mass this Sunday. Safely made it around the hazard right in front of us here. And next to the stairwell is one of these, I don't know, I'm going to call it a bulletin board. Has it labeled first floor chapel, church parlor, looks like fellowship hall, kindergarten, nursery, and then second floor is church offices. I don't know what 2D is. Then there's classrooms 1 through 4. Then a third floor, classrooms 5 through 11. So I had suspicions this was a type of Sunday school or religious school, and this definitely confirms it. But I didn't know that it was a kindergarten nursery here. So that's the first floor, which means most likely these rooms over here we just checked out could have been one of those rooms. Could also see the massive, massive radiator here. It's about 7-8 feet in length. Just entered what was remnants of a type of kitchen. And I remember there was a massive hole here last time which they have sealed up because you're able to basically walk in right there. A lot of decay. Obviously, it's exposed to the elements, so I'm not going beyond here. The floor is starting to cave in. But there's a lot of dishes, cups. There's a mini fridge on the shelf there. Still a pantry of sorts with some questionable contents. Refrigerator here, which I guess we'll take a peer inside. Is the freezer clean? Fridge is clean. Okay, that's good to see. All right, we're back over. Straight ahead is that rotunda, as I called it. That's the room where the phone rang. And now we're in what I'm calling the media room, because I have like a makeshift living room set up here, complete with couches, coffee table, television, and a miniature Blockbuster store of all VHS tapes and VHS players and rewinders. Still pretty much as I remember it, just some things moved around. But I remember this room kind of gave off weird vibes in the first place when I was here. I'm like, what were they watching? Or what was going on here? And I'm guessing at some point when the homeless were living here, there was still power. Either that or they rigged up some type of generator. But I'm pretty sure this was going on. This is set up after this property became abandoned. But that's just by what it appears anyways from my first visit. Store has got a see-through handle. It's kind of neat. And this leads to another makeshift bedroom. Multiple mattresses in here and another little media center with a little tiny TV, VCR player. Is that a cable box on top?
I think so.
What's it say on it?
TV, VCR remote.
Closet with clothes left behind. Even shoes. Southwest Official Airlines SeaWorld of Texas. It's a long way from home. Now coming from that bedroom there, another clear door handle and the largest walk-in closet you'd ever want. I'd imagine these items were for sale as well, like a garment section in a thrift store. It's like categorized with robes, blouses, slacks. Humongous closet though.
Is the floor okay in there?
Yeah, floor is fine. Button down shirts, even some coats over here. Corduroy blazer, if you want to call it that, or sport coat. There's the bougie stuff with the gemstones, all glimmery for the night out in town. Do you get that feeling that you're being watched?
Yeah, a little bit.
It seems like something's like looking down upon us. No, it's a weird feeling. This is one of the worst parts of the structure in the building here. It is completely rotted. There's all types of algae and mold on the windows there. And as far as I know, the floor is pretty safe. There's what's left of a bathroom. There's even like vines growing in here. Another bathroom here. That one even had a shower in it. It's kind of neat. It's like a shower. Hopefully I don't fall through the floor. It's a shower built over the sink area. So it's like all in one right here. Complete with some Signal Integral toothpaste. Out the bathrooms is another room here. Large rooms, really high ceilings, and not really worth going any further in here. Some lab coats though right there. Oh, look what I found. Toddler room, which is now another bedroom. And I can't show that. It's a bunch of smut magazines. And yeah, this is Not a child-friendly room anymore. There's some things I definitely can't show. Both reading material and physical items. Toddler room is now X-rated. Not YouTube friendly by any means. So far so good. Not. I heard church music.
What is that?
Must be another church nearby.
Oh.
There's a lot of poop up here. So we're up one level. This is like a little balcony area overlooking the main church room. There's a speaker system right there as well. Can't go down any further though, because, well, it goes right down to the first floor. Floor is completely gone. It's basically termites holding hands at this point.
You sure this is safe?
Yeah, this is safe over here.
Okay.
These are where the classrooms are. And yeah, it looks like things have been moved around as well. I remember one of the rooms had like a makeshift bike shop in it.
Bike shop?
Yeah, like bicycle repair.
There's a bike right there.
Yeah, but there was more of them. Yeah, these were all pretty much classrooms from what I could remember. Some are in better conditions than others. Some still have the chalkboards.
I'll need you to go over there.
Yeah, there's the chalkboard right there. Yeah, massive decay in the corner there. It's basically exposed right to the brick. Hopefully the microphone's picking it up. We got some church music playing, which is good timing since we're obviously inside of a church. Now we definitely know these are classrooms. School was taking place up here. But I don't know if this was like a traditional school or more or less like Sunday school. We know there was a preschool, kindergartners. I don't know what age group these went up to, but there's numerous classrooms up here. So maybe you know, maybe you don't, but it either could be like a type of Sunday school program or similar to like a Catholic school, but this was Presbyterian, so I don't know what that would fall under. But this does look like a more Sunday school vibe, because I don't see like lockers, I don't see kids' bathrooms, I don't see a lunchroom, unless they kind of reuse certain areas like this. Like this looks like a classroom as well. There's a outline of a chalkboard. But nonetheless, regardless if we don't know those answers, it is pretty neat to see what used to exist, what was taking place, and that these rooms were filled with children and laughter and education as well. But we have more to explore down that way. And also, if you do want to see more of the outside of this building, keep watching. We'll show that later on in the video. Now, this is opposite of the other one that has the hole in the floor, but this one appears to be intact. So I hope, fingers crossed, I could come out here and not fall through the floor and show you the view from up here. I don't know what these would be for. Maybe it's a choir? Maybe a band up here? But this is one heck of a view. Wow. It'd be that much better if it wasn't full of all these contents, but the contents do tell a story in itself. The woodwork, though, holding up really, really well. I'm thinking the roof was replaced at some point because the main roof here, aside from some small areas, there's not a whole lot of leakage.
I'm not going any further.
Vines are taking over. A little bit of fall foliage right there for you. Yeah, this is a rough looking area. You can see the tile floor, but beyond here though, well, yeah, it's like a small single bathroom, one stall. Another one right there, which actually has the showers again, kind of replicating or duplicating what we saw downstairs. Room 11, I don't think I should go inside of, so I'm just gonna peer in and show you. It's a room full of decay. And then we have a back stairwell, which takes us right down to the basement, I believe. Natural skylight. I should say an intentional skylight that is supposed to be there. It's not a hole in the roof. See, they have these big slide locks. The roof is not in terrible condition. Gutters are definitely older style. Almost looks like they're copper. So I know where this is. This door is locked. That is the toddler room slash X-rated room for orientation. You got it. Well, if you couldn't tell, we are in the basement, and basement is probably the worst of it, at least in this area here. There's a lot of decay and a lot of different things going on. Do not open this door. And kindergarten room. And we can't open it. So there is the kindergarten. They actually had to come down to the basement. Which I wonder if they're considering this the first floor or not. But this is technically the basement. And boy, look at that electrical box. This is like the inner workings of the Titanic down here. Don't open this door. Oh, this was the kitchen. And I could barely get in the door. I don't know if I was ever in here. So I was mistaken. This does have an actual kitchen. So this might have been a regular school, not just a Sunday school. No, I do remember this. I was in here. I just came in from a different way. I remember seeing these green cabinets. They indeed had a full-fledged kitchen. Here's the dishwasher area. So they were handling a decent volume of students for a kitchen like this. Older style two-prong outlets. Most likely kept canned goods in here. Dry goods. I wonder if the student, no, I don't think the students actually came in here. This is like the hot plate area where they would have kept the food warm, so we obviously know it would have been filled with water and heated. It's like a buffet style system. That is an oven right there. And this is the big range. Look at that, Vulcan. I wonder if it's like from Vulcan Ironworks in Wilkes-Barre, who made locomotives as well. Stainless steel is still in good shape. And then your more traditional, newer electric stove, even though this is a classic in itself. Looks like maybe 70s. Oh, coffee, look at that. Or espressos, one of the two. W.F. Daugherty and Sons, Arch Street, Philadelphia. Oh, look at this one here. Roper. Not familiar with that brand. Gas burner. Oh, and here's the main basement area, which is another room full of contents. We'll get to that. So I believe, if I remember correctly, there's like a counter here. They held functions down here, say like bingo, or maybe a banquet of sorts. And now I'm second guessing myself. So they would have sold items here, food and drinks, for those events. Maybe the kitchen is not for students, for the school. Maybe it was just for this, what I'm calling a banquet hall. Around the right-hand corner, we came from the kitchen, and this door brings us to another room with a little buffet-style item. Small sinks, bunch of shelves. Big bulletin board there, or cork board, and look at a rocking horse.
Is it safe in there?
Yeah. Oh, there's a Lazy Susan right here. Oh, this is all brand new cabinets. Still in the box. I do remember this. There's all floor samples here as well. This is from like a home improvement store.
The flooring? Is that like carpet?
Yeah, it's all carpet samples right here.
Is this your bike repair shop thing?
No, that was upstairs. I think we counted 3 or 4 stoves already too. Oh, what is this?
Don't stop watching the face by that bike.
Is this the furnace area?
Fall.
This goes straight up and out. I don't remember seeing this. And there is, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get a view. Ugh. So I'm gonna show you guys up here. Hopefully you can see. This is like a chimney system, I believe. Yeah, it's completely exposed on the top. This is the chimney, which I'll show you from the outside. And there was a hole going down with the hose, and I smell oil, like heating oil. Continuing on with the basement tour, came out of that room, which is like the home improvement store, and got a few things here I want to show you. Before we go anywhere else, these are the steps that we were originally going to take up, and I'm going to show you why we couldn't. Because right beyond here, they are rotted. They basically are no longer holding like they should. They are clear through, and we found that out by going up there and realizing, hey, these don't look normal. So we had to find the alternate stairwell to get upstairs. So fortunately, the main stairwell here is in questionable condition. And here we have another pin board here, labeling everything that we already saw. Now upstairs, it was labeled as a 3rd floor, but this says 2nd floor for the classrooms. Here's like another chapel room. Oops, sorry. I don't remember that being broken last time. It's like the old radio from A Christmas Story where Alfie is waiting to hear a little orphan Annie with the secret code. Like royal blue carpet. I thought it was felt the textual carpet. Well, now we know how they're heating this place. Wood pellets, and this is the men's lounge. It's a pretty small lounge. It's probably got the nicest bathroom out of the whole place. So this door here is going to bring us down to a sub-basement. Maybe we'll find out where that hose is going to and get a sense of where the fuel smell is coming from. They do smell oil. Ooh, this is kind of eerie down here. Relatively newer water heater right there, and a massive boiler furnace system. Holy cow, these are huge. Wheel McLean boiler. Try to get a glimpse inside. Looks like they were burning those wood pellets. That's what it looks like, the remnants of that. It's probably oil at first, maybe more recent years. Maybe for the rummage sale to get heat in this place, they had those wood pellets. You can see compared to me just how big these are too. I mean, I'm 5'11", 230 some pounds. Big, big boilers. I don't know, these could be multi-fuel. Like coal, oil, wood pellets. I do smell oil though, I just don't know where it's coming from. That's a trap door right there. Oh, here's like a winch system with cranks on it. I wonder if in the old days this was a coal-fired and they had coal brought down or ashes removed out of here. This seems like something that would hang on here and they'd hoist it up. That's what it appears anyways. I mean, I could be completely off, but that is some type of hoist or winch system. Aha, I found the smell. 1, 2, 3, 4 oil tanks, which I think they're empty. Oh, look at this. Reverend Charles Reinhardt preaching. 10:30 Mass. All right, back up to the normal basement level. And we're now in what I'm calling the bingo hall, banquet room. And was that a frog? And we saw this briefly from the other side because that's where the kitchen is over there. Say sex to sexty?
Yeah. No one's paying a $150 for that.
This has a Mr. Yuck sticker on it. Remember those? Now you know what that is. It's a Kenmore compactor. Another Kenmore compactor right here. More suitcases. It's like a furnace right there.
Do you see the desk?
Yeah, student desk, a blow mold. A lot of rock coming down from above. That's where the hole in the floor is up above. Where the pews are, remember I showed you?
Mm-hmm.
This blow mold is actually ceramic. It's not plastic. Still intact too. That's pretty old. And then the child's student desk right there. Oh, look at it's one of these little funny props. Glasses and nose. disguise and mustache. If my one friend Jeff is watching, I'm sure you appreciate this. I know you're into aviation. There's a few model planes here. And Vegas Paranormal, if you're watching, came upon quite a few vacuums so far. Got a nice one right there for you. Literally walking on mountains of clothes. Lil spotted a pretty old school record player. Still has a record on it. And maybe you guys can help date it. It says Sonora Radio Phonograph Combination Model RKRU-215. Sonora Radio and Television Corporation out of Chicago. Now on the stage down here, complete with the stage lighting. They could put on their own rendition of Oklahoma down here.
I saw an Oklahoma record back there.
Did you? That is a big bottle of Captain Morgan's. So stage left, a little room here with some items on which I'm guessing are pertaining to the lighting system or the curtains or something. That turns. And then we have this right here. It says Vitron dimmer. This is, I guess, for lighting.
There's like different like albums and binders where your foot is.
Yeah. Who knows what's underneath all this stuff?
Probably the floor.
Obviously. Another great find by Lil. 1776 Seaboard Coastline diesel locomotive. Looks like an F unit, but it's not an electric powered train. It's tin that's battery powered, and it's what's spin around to make it move on its own. Looks like it took some C or D batteries, but that is pretty cool. And here we are outside. Give you some views. So that's the rotunda, as I call it, makeshift bedroom. Beneath that was that other little chapel room. There's a squirrel right there with the blue carpet altar. Main church is right there. Bell tower is up there, but I can't find any access. Could be incorrect, but this has a Gothic feel to it. I don't know if the term is like Gothic revival. So we know this is like the farthest away point from the altar. That's where all the pigeon excrement was in there. You can see where it branches out. Back there is the classrooms area. And then we walk down a stairwell back there as well, just for orientation. Sprawls out pretty good. As I mentioned, the roof doesn't look terrible. Overall, it's holding up pretty well. It'd be in a lot worse condition. Back when this was abandoned though, 6 years ago when I was here, this was my way in. Oh, squirrel's like, get out of my space. This side of it, nature is certainly reclaiming it. Really close to residential property, literally on the other side of these bushes here. And if you couldn't tell, it's posted heavily. After getting heavily covered in dust and debris and dealing with the smells inside. It's good to have some fresh air. One thing I noticed as I was walking around the outside here is that there's no parking at all. There's no parking lot. It's all street parking. So maybe that has something to do with the reason it closed down. Probably not, but it is something to point out. A lot of churches have their own parking lots. This one does not. It's all residential streets and homes around it. This place though is beautiful in its own way, but sad to see what it's turning into. 6 years, a lot has changed. And obvious, people have been in here. We know homeless were living here. People have been in here doing whatever. Things have been moved around, things have been removed. But it's good to see it is locked up, boarded up and secure now, so no one can get in there and do anything else to ruin it. But 6 years of decay, well, the place is kind of not so safe anymore. We got, you okay?
Yeah, there's a spider on me.
Got holes in the floor. We got a lot of rot and decay. Some areas where we couldn't even walk anymore because of it. But with that being said, overall, I think the building is still holding up pretty well. But this being your first time here, Lil, what do you think of it?
I think it's nice. I like the wood architecture on the ceiling, and I hope they keep that when they renovate it to whatever they're gonna make it into.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, I just don't like the evil flooring where it's like falling out.
Yeah, we had a couple of close calls where we were like, okay, don't go any further, we might fall through. I will say though, there's a lot of work involved with this place. Now I don't know what the plans are. The owner purchased it. In my eyes, he rescued it from being demolished or ruined or vandalized any further. So I feel it's a rescued property. Mm-hmm. It's well over 100 years old, but there's no immediate plans. I'm hoping that if they do renovate it, they still keep some of the original architecture, as Lowell was saying, especially the wood elements. But there's a lot that has to be done. The flooring itself in the main part of the church all has to be redone. Certain areas have to be kind of done over from scratch. Others are still holding up quite well. Probably the classrooms, you think, were probably the best condition.
Yeah.
And we know that there was K through whatever grade being taught here, as well as numerous events. And lots and lots and lots of items left behind. Some things are really old and haven't seen in a long time. Others are just pure junk. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this revisit, updated look at this formerly abandoned Presbyterian church here, what I'm calling a Gothic Style church. And special thanks to the owner for allowing us to come here, document it, preserve it before anything else does happen to it. And if anything does change in the future, rest assured I will give you an update on it. And also big thanks to Lil for my exploring partner, joining me once again. And there's a little mini motorcycle coming up the road. Anyways, thanks for joining us. Feel free to leave your comments down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. B7. After the letter B, number 7.
Bingo!
We have a bingo. Please raise your hand to collect your prize. Oh, lucky winner right here. Take your choice of anything down here. What do you think I don't know what to do for an intro.
Welcome back, guys. I'm here exploring a church with Lily. How and my annoying clearing throat.
Welcome back to a location I filmed 6 years ago. But, okay, now I know what I want to say. Welcome back to a church that I filmed over 6 years ago. Back then, it was complete. It's my first time.